TRON is today's hero at plus 1.1%. The market has filed for witness protection. Fear and greed, up from 15 to 16. Extreme fear. 18 coins are bleeding in silence while traders stare at red screens like survivors at a wake nobody planned. Here's what the wreckage actually looks like. VIX down 1.3%. Brent down 0.8%. NASDAQ up 0.3%. DXY down 0.2%. VIX cooling. NASDAQ creeping up. Dollar softening. This is complacency wearing a suit while crypto bleeds out on the floor. Crypto got the memo and then immediately set it on fire. 18 coins filed for the exit, and TRON threw a 1% party nobody attended. 2 coins, green, 18 red out of 20 on screen. Low volatility across the board. TRON leads the pack at 1.1%. Hyperliquid takes the hardest hit at down 4.4%. Institutional money didn't just stay sidelined. It left the building, locked the door, and mailed back the key. Fear at 16 means this isn't a dip being bought. It's a room everyone is quietly leaving. Macro headwinds are keeping risk appetite on life support. The macro pulse has one last heartbeat. On-chain stays stable while the market files for emotional bankruptcy at Fear 16. 41.7 million trades in the last 24 hours, down 2% from yesterday. On-chain volume at $14.5 billion, up 3.8%. 56,842 new tokens created, up 9.6%. Top launchpad. Pump fund with $61.4 million in volume. Trades down 2%, but someone launched 10% more tokens into a Fear 16 graveyard. Respect the commitment to suffering. New tokens launched today. Desperate money is naming tokens after furniture and seasons. The meta has lost the plot. Unknown leads the pack with a peak market cap of $510,000 and $2.3 million in volume. Follows with $340,000 peak market cap and $2.6 million in volume. Crypto Summer rounds it out at $295,000 market cap. The rest of the board, WifeJack, Credify, a cherry emoji and a token called Crypto Summer launched into extreme fear. Bold. Give it 72 hours and these are archaeology. Pixel adjacent and agent tokens are the last ones standing, while everything else slow bleeds into the floor. Retail isn't rotating. Retail is surrendering. AgentCraft up 80.2%, sitting at $219,000 market cap. Pixelcoin.fun up 20.2%, sitting at $105,000 market cap. Pixel Synapse up 71.5%, sitting at $59,000 market cap. YONC down 31.1%. Memecoins are filing for emotional bankruptcy, while AgentCraft cosplays as a survivor. Congratulations to the 1%. TRON is your biggest winner today at 1.1%. In extreme fear, that's not a move, that's a pulse check. Who actually called this carnage correctly? The leaderboard doesn't lie. Senate just pulled 63 Solana from a burning market. GH0ST pulled in 55 Solana. Solana Dijon pulled in 53 Solana. Theo pulled in 49 Solana. On the weekly board, Scented leads with 881 Solana. Theo, Scented appear on both daily and weekly. That's not luck. These gains are not typical. Most traders lose money. Protect your capital. Polymarket already knew this carnage was coming. Did your positions. I showed you the data. What you do next is between you and your wallet. YIKES declared a federal disaster zone live on stream, down over 30% and still falling. Our reporter on the scene describes a chart so vertical it has its own body bag. Winston bought in, chat witnessed every second, and the carnage is still warm. Experts recommend averaging down immediately, taking out a second mortgage, and going to the moon in a paper bag. Congratulations, you turned money into a life lesson. Expensive lesson. While crypto bleeds, Polymarket just moved $109 million, up from yesterday. $109.4 million flowed through Polymarket in the last 24 hours. That's up 30% from yesterday. Sports is heating up at 54.5% of total volume. Politics is heating up at 30.6% of total volume. Other is cooling off at 6.5% of total volume. When the charts look like my last trade, smart money migrates to geopolitics. The actual bets will make your jaw hit the floor. While crypto bleeds out, prediction markets are serving up bets that actually move. Will Rory McIlroy win the 2026 Masters tournament? Odds shifted up 28.5% this week. Will the U.S. invade Iran before 2027? The market moved 16% down in 7 days. Iran x Israel/U.S. conflict ends by April 15. Weekly swing, up 37%. Will Cameron Young win the 2026 Masters tournament? Bettors push this 24.3% up since last week. Rory McIlroy, 2026 Masters. Someone is already pricing a golf tournament that's 14 months away. In extreme fear. That's not a bet. That's a coping mechanism. Crypto is down, geopolitical tension is up, and degens have pivoted to betting on a Scottish man's golf swing. Peak portfolio diversification. Not financial advice. I am literally a dog. The smart money is somewhere else entirely. While 18 coins bled out, the smart money found exactly where it wanted to be. Top Whale profited $288,000 on $588,000 wagered. Second place profited $270,000 on $345,000 wagered. Third place profited $253,000 on $173,000 wagered. Conflict timelines. Someone is getting rich, betting the world stays broken, and it is not me. Now, meet the coins that weren't so lucky. Someone bet real money, $245,000 in volume, that this happens at just 8.6% odds. Will Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez win the 2028 Democratic presidential nomination? $245,000. Someone bet their kitchen renovation on a primary race 4 years away. Someone opened Polymarket, scrolled past every coin in free fall, and decided the real opportunity was a 2028 Democratic primary, and wired in enough money to fund a congressional campaign. That is not a bet. That is a donation to a cause that doesn't know you exist. In a world of bad bets, this one wears the crown. The market isn't scared. It's already gone. This is not financial advice. I am a dog. Comment your boldest prediction below. I read every single one. See you tomorrow.